Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how you can start your business, and we're going to discuss a framework that will allow you to go step by step on how to launch that business. And in that framework, we're going first to discuss what idea to decide to start a business. We're going to talk about then how to write a business plan. Then third, we're going to discuss how to validate that business idea. Fourth, we're going to discuss how you can create a website for your business. Then how to start doing your books and your finances. Then we're going to discuss marketing, then sales, and of course, growing your team. Let's go ahead and get started. So starting a business is probably one of the biggest life decisions you're gonna make. And because of the rate that businesses fail, you want to increase the possibilities and the odds of having a successful business. For that to happen, you need to understand the variables that are in that success formula. If you understand the variables, then it means that you can change them and manipulate them to increase your odds of having a successful business. So let's start with our framework. The first step is to decide on what business idea to start. So the business idea, of course, is the most important part of your business. But you can start a business either on the service side or on the product side. On the service side, I mean, you can provide a service to your customers if you have a specific skill, for example, that you can provide to your customers in exchange for money. Or you can sell a product. I mean, you can start maybe an online store, commerce, a store where you can sell maybe t-shirts, or maybe you are good at crafting, and then you can make craft and sell it on the internet. Also for the exchange of money, you can start an Etsy store and sell some other things that you have, or maybe resell some products that you have that you buy at a lower price and then you can resell them at a bigger price. That's something that you can do also, okay? But the easiest part of doing a business is if you have a specific skill, a service business, right? So if you have a specific skill for which you can provide a service to the customers and they can pay you back, that's the easiest way to start. So for example, think about like if you are good at editing videos, then you can provide a service that you can help maybe YouTubers edit their videos. That's something that you can do because you're good at that. Maybe you are good at website design. So then you have that specific skill, then you can provide a service of designing websites to other people that they need, a specific skill that you have. So when I started, I have this specific skill of software development. So I'm very good at software development. And when I started, I launched a consultant business where I provided software services to companies. So I would program their software and I would build custom software for them. Another skill that I had was that I was good at some Microsoft products, and at that time I was SharePoint. So then I had the ability to install that product on companies and configure it. So what I did was that I combined those two skills together. So I could install that product on a company, but I could also customize it using my software development skill. In that case, I combined two skills to create a unique value proposition to customers. So for them, it was a win-win because they could get both things at the same time from one provider, and that was me. In my case, in exchange, I was able to charge a premium price because I was providing both services. So that's something that I would recommend. If you have a skill, start with that and start a business on that side of your skill. And if you have a second skill, combine it, and then you can create a unique selling proposition for your customers. So think about, for example, maybe you're good at website design, but you're also good at customizing a website with programming. You can combine both things, and then you provide a unique value to your customers. So that's one of the ways that you can approach to selecting an idea to start a business. The second step is to write a business plan. And I know how this sounds. It sounds very boring, right? Who writes business plans now? And I agree too, right? Writing something that maybe you're just gonna write it one time and then you're not gonna see it again doesn't make any sense. But hear me out on this one. Approach writing a business how you would approach writing a journal. So in my case, when I write a journal, for example, I'm able to get the thoughts in my head down to paper. Well, I don't do any paper, I do it in my iPad. But it helps me out, flush out those ideas that I have and those thoughts that I have into somewhere, then I can reflect on that thing that I'm writing. That's the good thing about journaling for me. Like it's like a mental health exercise, right? It helps me out with my thoughts. The same thing will happen if you write a business plan. So if you write a business plan, you can get your business idea out of your head and then put it somewhere in writing, and at the same time you can reflect on that business idea and you can iterate on that business idea. Right? In a business plan, you're gonna detail, for example, what is the idea. Then you're gonna detail what is your marketing plan and what is your financials and how you plan to make profit out of that idea. When you do that, then you can reflect on those points and you can think about other ideas, maybe other marketing ideas. And with time, for example, you can iterate in that business plan. Maybe you thought about another marketing idea, then you can put it in that business plan. It's something that is going to evolve, but it's going to help you put those thoughts down into somewhere in writing, so you have like a more proportional plan on how you plan to launch this business. And maybe you can use that business plan to share it with other people so they can read it and get input about it, even before starting the business. So I think it's something good that you can try out. The third step now in the framework is validating your idea. And validating your idea, it's very simple. What I mean by that is, before going full into your business, trying to validate that the business idea that you have is going to work. So, for example, you don't want to invest, let's say, thousands of dollars in something that at the end is not going to work. Nobody wants that service, nobody wants to buy that product. Then you lost all this money. With validation, what you're looking is to start something small so you can invest very little. You might not be able to grab the whole market because you're starting small, but at least you can validate that it works. And I have a very simple formula for that. Here you go. Try to get 10 people, 10 customers to buy your product. If you get 10 people to buy your product, you have validated an idea. And these 10 people, they cannot be family, friends, colleagues, or people that you know. No, it has to be 10 people, totally strangers that you don't even know and you have never heard your name, and you are gonna get those 10 people to buy your product. If you get those 10 people and they bought your product, then you can think there's a market for this. You have validated the idea, it works, it has legs, so it can run. At that point, then you can start thinking about investing a little more and try to get not 10, 20. Because if you got 10, there's probably another 10 out there. And if you get 20, there's probably another 20 out there that might need your services or your product. So it's very simple to validate that idea. Just try to get 10 customers. It's the same thing that I'm doing with this channel. I'm trying to get 10 subscribers out of nowhere. If I get 10 subscribers that I don't know, then it means that I have validated that this channel is worth it. So subscribe, click on the subscribe button, click on that bell so you can get a notification every time that I launch a new video. And I do that every week. The fourth step in the framework is to start a website. Everyone is on the internet right now. If somebody hears about your business, they're gonna go to your website to find more information. If they don't find you, that's not good, because your competitors are on the internet. So you should be there. Even if you're small, you are in one person band, it doesn't matter. Create a website. That's one of the first things that I always do when I'm gonna launch a new product. I create a website. It doesn't matter if nobody comes in. Right now, there's no excuses to create a website. You don't have to be a programmer or a designer. There are a bunch of products out there like Webflow, Squarespace, Weebly, Wix. There's a number of products out there that will help you create a website. I have made a video that you can watch on how to create a website. It's gonna show up over here. Just go there and it will show you step by step how to create a website in Squarespace in 10 minutes. The other thing is that create a website with your own domain, like mystore.mycompany.com. Having a Facebook page, having an Instagram page, having an Etsy store is not a website. You need to have your own place, your own hub where you have all the information and you have control of the content that goes in there. The next step is to set up your books. So accounting, finances. I always say start tracking income and expenses from the first day. Why? Because that's what's gonna help you decide if that business is working. Are you making a profit? You need to track income, you need to track expenses. Profit is income minus expenses, you will get that profit. If it is negative, you're losing money. If it is positive, it is working. So you can start very simple. Spreadsheet, Google Sheets, Microsoft Excel, that will work out perfectly fine. You just start tracking that information so you can see how the business is going, where are you spending more, and where the income is coming. You can put customers that have bought, what products they have bought, and what is the income that is coming in, and what products are you spending money on. And also, at the end of the year, you're gonna have to do taxes. Then you're gonna need that information. How much was your income, how much was your expenses, and what is the profit, so you can pay taxes around those profits. I always recommend also that you get an accountant. Like, business is different than personal taxes. So get an accountant early on. It will help you out. They know all the regulations. So, and if you start with a software, I would recommend that you go with QuickBooks Zero or Wave, any one of those is fine. I always go with QuickBooks. It's very easy to use, and most of accountants know how to use QuickBooks. So that's something that you can try. It's not that expensive. I always go the first day with an accounting software because I like to track all those incomes and expenses, so I know where I'm standing. The next step is to get visible. Marketing, of course. You need to let other people know that you have a service that they need and that will solve their problem. When someone is struggling about something, they should be aware that you can solve that problem. And how you can do that? With marketing. There is a bunch of ways to market your business. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, content management, SEO for your website, even flyers, paper, going door to door, showing your business, ads in the radio. So there are a bunch of ways to do marketing to get the word out there. You need to find what is your best channel to get customers. I always recommend that if you find a channel and you're gonna know that channel will work, dedicate yourself for several months working on that single channel, because developing a channel, a marketing channel, takes time. So I would recommend that you go full throttle into that specific channel until you learn all the basics around that channel and until you can get all the benefits around that marketing channel. It's only yourself right now. So spreading your efforts in multiple channels will be very time consuming. So if you think Facebook ads is the thing that will work for this, then go full in on that. Learn the basics about Facebook ads, how you can get more customers around Facebook ads. So focus on one thing at a time. Now that you are good in marketing, now you need to get into the sales. How you're gonna get all those people that are coming through your website or are coming through your store, how you're gonna convince them that they're gonna buy, that you're gonna get their credit cards and they're gonna pay for your product. How? Multiple ways. Coupons, that's another one. That's one way. Maybe they need to be nurtured, so you want to send them emails around your offers, your products, what they can do, so you can educate them around how you can solve their problems. So you need to figure out that, so you can be this machine that will get people from one side and it will spit out customers from the other side. That's what sales is. It's just getting those leads coming in and convert them into customers so you can get them to pay for your products. And finally, it's grow your team. So start hiring people. When you get to the point where you cannot manage yourself, it means that you need to start growing your team. So how I would recommend that you figure out when is the time, when you are focusing too much in the business, that you can do other things, like for example a specific task. So what you can do is start tracking your time. For example, there are many softwares out there that will help you track your time. But if you track your time, then you can figure out where are you spending most of your time. Is it in marketing, selling, or producing the product, or doing the actual work? So find those areas, and then when you're ready to start hiring, then the area that has more time consumption, that's the first thing that you need to hire someone and delegate that. So that's a very simple tactic that you can use. So thanks for getting to the end of the video. I hope you like it, and these steps will help you out in launching that business. Remember to click on the subscribe button and then on that bell so you can get notifications for the next video. Thank you.